At the beginning of June 2021, a demonstration of the world's first backpack helicopter took place. The piloted drone uses two propellers, the diameter of which is about 1 meter. They are on a rigid frame with batteries and two armrests with controls. The device is powered by an electric motor, and the body is made of durable and lightweight carbon fiber. After vertical takeoff, the pilot moves the rotors to the desired position to move forward or make turns left and right. According to the developers, large propellers help to expend less energy on takeoff and maneuvering. At the same time, due to the large diameter of the propellers, the likelihood of birds getting inside increases. Due to the small size of the power supply, the helicopter cannot stay in the air for a long time. In the event of at least one engine failure, a fall is inevitable, so the flight altitude must be limited to 15 meters. The Omni Hoverboard is a dual quadcopter that can be flown by a human. In 2015, Alexandru Duru presented his Omni Hoverboard to the world and even got into the media spotlight. Received an entry in the Guinness Book of Records by flying 276 meters over a lake at a height of 5 meters. Since then, the Canadian inventor with Romanian roots has been working on a commercial version of his flying machine and has already received patents for it. Omni Hoverboard powered by 8 screws. The battery charge is enough for a modest 2 minutes of flight. However, Duru is working on improvements to increase flight time. At the military parade in France, which took place on July 14, 2019, the flying platform Flyboard Air was introduced. The device is capable of speeds up to 200 kilometers per hour, climb to a height of up to 3 kilometers, fly non-stop for 30 minutes, and to transport a person along with a cargo with a total mass of 200 kilograms. True, at the time of the public demonstration of Flyboard Air, the maximum speed is limited to 140 kilometers per hour. The height of the lift is 150 meters. The flight time is 6 minutes and the payload is 100 kilograms. The flying machine in action in Paris was shown by Frankie Zapata himself. He flew over the Champs Elysees on a turbine-powered flyboard in front of President Emmanuel Macron and other leaders of the European Union. The pilot held a rifle in his hands, indicating the possibility of using the technology for military purposes. The presented version of the flying platform still needs to be improved, in particular in terms of increasing stability and mobility. Swiss inventor Yves Rossi flew his Jetman JetPack in the same formation with several Alpha Jet fighters. The flight passed over the south. Previously, the engineer flew around the tallest skyscraper in Dubai and next to the Airbus A320. Rossi filmed all his tricks. Yves Rossi began designing the Jetman rocket pack in 2004. The design feature of the apparatus is the absence of a mechanical wing. The pilot controls the pack only with the help of the movements of the arms, legs, and head. To start, the Jetman pilot must take to the air in an airplane or helicopter. A parachute is used for landing. The rocket pack has a speed of up to 300 kilometers per hour. The maximum flight time with a full tank of fuel is 10 minutes. The American company JetPack Aviation has introduced a new JetPack model called the Jeb 11. Unlike the previous version, the new satchel can accelerate up to 320 kilometers per hour. The company demonstrated a prototype at CES 2018. As a rule, jetpacks are developed by enthusiasts and are created in single copies. But in recent years, several companies have announced their mass production at once. The new version of the device has not 2, but 6 turbojet engines. Due to this, the maximum speed of the jetpack has increased significantly. The creators claim that Jeb 11 can accelerate to 320 kilometers per hour. The maximum flight altitude is about 5 kilometers, and the duration of the flight on one refueling is 12 minutes, during which the pilot can fly more than 30 kilometers. The purchase of such devices has already been announced by the Dubai Civil Defense Service, which will use them in case of fires in high-rise buildings, access to which may be difficult. In July 2018, Gravity Industries began selling a flying suit similar to the one worn by Iron Man in the film of the same name. The jet suit is available from Selfridges in the UK for Rs 340,000. The flying suit is 3D printed and equipped with 5 engines. They operate on both jet fuel and diesel. The device allows you to reach speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour, although the manufacturer recommends accelerating to a maximum of 50 kilometers per hour for safety reasons. According to the developer, the suit allows you to climb to a height of 3,600 meters, but you need to be careful when moving so far from the ground. Since the fuel supply is only enough for 4 to 5 minutes of flight, the capacity of the fuel tank is 15 liters. It is claimed that in cold weather, it is possible to squeeze out more thrust and fly for about 9 minutes. The product weighs quite a bit, about 27 kilograms. This indicator was achieved through the use of special block components assembled from parts printed by a 3D printer. Russian startup Hoversurf introduced an electric hoverbike. The device is classified as an ultralight vehicle, allowing it to fly without a pilot's license. So, the Scorpion-3 flying motorcycle received a carbon fiber frame, thanks to which it was lighter up to 114 kilograms. A new hybrid battery with a capacity of 12 kilowatt-hours, able to provide from 10 to 25 minutes of flight, depending on the weather and the weight of the pilot, as well as remote control with already 40 minutes of flight in unmanned mode. The dimensions of the hoverbike will allow it to fit in a standard doorway, as well as be able to take off and land from a regular parking space. The Scorpion-3 can fly 16 meters above the ground, reaching a top speed of 96 kilometers per hour, although it will be limited by the legal speed in each country. Buyers can pre-order the hoverbike with a $10,000 deposit, and the full price is set at $150,000. Deliveries are scheduled from next year, but there are suggestions that the first batch wants to be completely bought out by the police department from Dubai. Martin JetPack. A few years ago, this idea looked fantastic and stupid, but next year, the JetPack may go on sale. At the air show held in Dubai, the developers presented the first instance of this miracle. The JetPack is capable of reaching speeds of up to 75 kilometers per hour and lift a person into the air for almost a kilometer. The manufacturer claims that the Martin JetPack can acquire the status of the safest aircraft in the world. Note that the device runs on the usual fuel for us. The maximum distance that a jetpack can cover in one refueling is 50 kilometers. If the gasoline runs out in the air, then returning to the ground for the pilot will be safe. This is done by means of an automatically triggered ballast ball. The approximate cost of Martin JetPack reaches $250,000. According to company representatives, emergency services will be the first to receive it, then agricultural workers, then representatives of the oil and gas industry. And only after that, jetpacks will go to the mass market and will be available to ordinary users. Kitty Hawk is a California-based startup backed by Google co-founder Larry Page. Introduced the first prototype of the personal electric flyer Kitty Hawk Flyer. The ultralight Kitty Hawk Flyer can lift one person into the air and move at speeds up to 32 kilometers per hour for 20 minutes at a height of 1 to 3 meters. The flight of the flyer will be supported by 10 separate engines that are independent of each other. Many associate the Kitty Hawk Flyer with an enlarged version of the multicopter, which is designed to fly above the water surface to a height of up to 10 meters. If we are talking about the series, then most likely the models will be more flexible and will be able to fly over all surfaces and to much greater heights. At the same time, Cora will not be sold to individuals, but only to large transport companies to systematically solve traffic congestion problems.